Good morning, doctor. And here's my ice cream. It's strawberry, my favorite, with real actual strawberry pieces. It's starting to melt already because my house is pretty hot. It is half a pint. I didn't put the whole pint because this is actually quite a lot of ice cream. And it's going to probably take a while for this to melt. Anyway, I'll be sitting there. This is a crow punishment, by the way. I don't know who thought of this, if it was Hank or John, but this was me. And I'm not going to enjoy this, I don't think. So, welcome to what I think is going to be a very interesting Curiosity video. So I also wanted to take this opportunity while I'm watching my ice cream slowly melt to introduce you to a really recently new show called Selfie. It stars who we know as Amy Pond. Karen Gillan is what most people, I assume, see an American woman to be. Someone who's obsessed with taking selfies, being on Twitter, and just spending every single moment on some social network site. And I gotta say, it's pretty much how American women are. Not me, but most of them. And hopefully I will never be like that, because that's just wild. It's actually a really good show. I've been watching it, and there's a lot of interesting things that happen in the show, so it's really funny to hear Amy Pond with not her Scottish accent, but with an American one. So I recommend watching that show if you haven't. It's pretty good. It's only in a few seasons in. It's still improving, but it's getting there, and I actually like it, so hopefully you'll enjoy it too. I have a feeling this is going to be a very long video because this ice cream is still pretty solid, and that's pretty solid. It's going to take a little while for this to melt. So this is going to be torture. Okay, so the best time to kill time while ice cream melts is to do my favorite thing and talk about Doctor Who. Okay, so with only a few more episodes left to go, we finally got to see the Doctor become the Doctor, and we got to see Clara become the Doctor last night, which actually was kind of awesome to me. I love it when the companion completely takes over the episode. It's awesome, and Clara did an amazing job, and they had art in this, which it was just awesome right there. I love it. Two-dimensional, going 3D. It was interesting to take, and Stephen Moffat finally didn't disappoint me in one episode or make me scream at him to television. Yes, we're finally getting there. With only a few more episodes left, and I love it. Okay, and we had a few missing Missy episodes up until now. Missy finally came back, and we see she has a strange attachment to Clara. So, again, it's driving me nuts. We don't know who Missy is, and I think we're going to finally figure out in this season finale when it's called Death in Heaven, because Missy runs heaven, apparently. So, we'll see. I'm really curious to know how she is playing this whole series. That is the hidden message that Stephen Moffat does through all his series. And this one has happened to be Missy, so this ice cream is taking a really long time now. It's going to be a very, very long video, Doctor. It's still pretty solid, actually. This is just torture. This is cleaning. Sad thing is, I can't refreeze it because it just tastes horrible after. And I guess I could drink it after, but it's not really effective when I drink it. Oh, I think you can see the actual strawberries in here. This is mean. Just want that on the record. This is mean. Okay, so Danny Pink wasn't in this episode a lot, but we finally figured out he never really gave Clara permission to go back on the TARDIS. She's really just keeping it a secret, not telling him. That's why the Doctor has to drop her back off in the same time and place when she left. So, I'm not sure. At first we thought he was going to be a companion, but now he just kind of seems to be a comedic character like Jackie's was for the 10th Doctor. I mean, I would love to see him actually in the TARDIS. We saw their student in the TARDIS. I don't get why we can't see Danny in the TARDIS. I think that'd be actually pretty cool, actually. Slowly melting a little bit more. It's becoming more liquid-ish. Not really. But it's not solid, at least. It's more slowly getting the consistency of Pepto-Bismol. I think you just ruined strawberry ice cream for me now. Yeah, this is still melting. This is going to be an extraordinarily long video. You know it's a long video when I have to figure out what to talk to you about next, because I am actually running out of ideas. I didn't think it would take like 20 hours for ice cream to melt. Okay, so Once Upon a Time was also on yesterday, and we actually finally learned a little bit more about Elsa and why her parents were actually on the ship. Her parents actually wanted her powers to be gone. They wanted a normal child. They represented Elsa almost for not having magic, and it wasn't her fault. She was born with it. So we kind of see a little more side. We actually got to see Mickey Mouse, who's an actual real furry mouse, and got to see the Sorcerer Apprentice and the awesome dancing broom. I love the dancing broom. That was my favorite part of Fantasia, and I loved it. It was awesome. We didn't get to see the Snow Queen. We got to see her for 2 seconds as she lured Emma to chase her and then disappeared, which hopefully we'll figure out what the ice cream's role in the series is. We're just beginning and it's getting there. I'm really happy with this Frozen thing. It's taking such an interesting turn, and I want to figure out why Anna actually locked her sister up in the little jar, and hopefully we'll find out in the next coming weeks. Okay, Walking Dead was on last night, and it was awesome and just really gruesome at the end. Okay, follow the comic books completely in the storyline, which I actually can't say for sure because I haven't read all the comic books. I have the first 100, but I'm not up to where the show is at this point. But it turned creepy at the very end. We have cannibals now, which I guess if you're in a zombie apocalypse and food and animals are running scarce, you have to resort to things, but I don't think it actually sink that low in a zombie apocalypse to where I eat people. I think I draw the line there. I mean, I kind of get grossed out when I see Daryl and them eating squirrels, so I'm definitely looking forward to the next few weeks, seeing where Once Upon a Time is going to take us. We're getting really closer to the end of the series of Doctor Who, and The Walking Dead just started, so all these shows are just starting except for Doctor Who, which is about to wrap up, which I'm very scared for. Hopefully it's not a horrible, horrible ending. I'm scared to see how it's going to end. I don't want it to end right now. I'm getting so excited to see the Doctor finally becoming the Doctor. Clara's getting more companion-like, and I want to see who Missy really is. I don't want to be left on a Missy cliffhanger. It's going to torture me. 7 minutes later, and the ice cream is not quite melted, but it's almost there. Hopefully just a few more minutes left of my punishment. Really tempted if this is my punishment. We're going to be this cruel. Not to. This is another video. This is mean. This is really mean, actually. I also want to thank you, Doctor. My roommate is enjoying this punishment a little too much because of this. Okay, so Project for Awesome is actually on December 17th, so we're only a little over a month left, and it's exciting. I'm looking forward to spending 3 days completely secluded to my computer and using every electronic device in this house to actually stream and work on our video, which hopefully we can pick something because I have some awesome ideas picked up for our video. I'm thinking The Star Won't Go Out, or actually even Harry Potter Alliance was seeming pretty good. But I'm also thinking Humane Society because all my cats that are currently with me right now are actually rescues, and I think it's a pretty good idea to rescue animals and keep them as a pet, although sometimes you might regret it. So I'm just actually kidding, but our cats are awesome. So I'm sure we can actually pick out a wonderful charity to do Project for Awesome for this year and actually be a part of it, and actually having a video up and voted on and raise some money this year that way. Okay, so it's almost at the 10-minute mark now. The only really solid things left in this bowl are the strawberries, which, strawberries really can't melt, so this was a fun punishment. Not really. You shouldn't do this to me again. But you can see it's all melted. It's gone. There's no saving this ice cream. So, anyway, that was my punishment. I owe no more. I am good. So, I will see you in the next few days.